What up, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Live number 95. 95! We made it a long way along this alphabet so far, and we only have, excluding today, what's that, 7 more weeks, and then we are finished with our Connecting the Alphabet series. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it may be. Get the spinning top a-spinning before we get started. Okay, top is spinning. Pylon is watching. We will get started. Oh, it's louder than it normally is today. All right. Now, admittedly, I feel like today's a bit of a, I need a different glide sheet. Get an ivory glide sheet since I'm using ivory paper today, or cream paper. I feel rusty today. What up, Skeet? How you doing? Yeah, S is, S stresses me out a little bit. Not because it's a crazy, terrible, difficult letter. It is, in my opinion, one of the letters that's the hardest to keep sort of even, consistent and whatnot. But connecting the S to other letters is gonna be a challenge because the S ends going off to the left and we have to go to the right to start our next letter, so we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun time experimenting. What up, Otis Sweeney? Welcome, welcome. All right, I'm gonna do some ovals. I am not warmed up at all, nor have I been writing very much this week. It's been a busy week, so I feel rusty. Might be a chill, rusty night tonight, which is a-okay. Hello, Sneha. Welcome, welcome. You're having a good day. What's everybody up to today? Practicing? Working? Drawing? Folding origami? Carving? Painting? Or absolutely nothing? What up, Jay? Howdy. I don't think I've used ivory paper for any of the letters in this series so far. I don't know why, I just don't know that I don't think I have. The last option, doing absolutely nothing. I like it. That's good. Hand feels like it's fighting me. Doesn't want to be smooth today. There we go. Recovering from surgery? Well, thank you for coming in and hanging out. Hopefully your recovery is going well. Appreciate you stopping by. to hang out when you're in recovery mode. All right, capital S. Definitely one of the letters that I have the most trouble staying consistent with. I feel like I can do nice S's. I think I said F a moment ago. I meant to say S. I can do nice S's. And I can do nice S's back to back. But they don't always match quite as closely as I would like them to. One exercise that I like to do warming up for the S is doing our standard compound curve into the horizontal exit. Doing that with a little bit more vertical of a compound curve. Well, thank you very much, Hody. I did get a trim this morning. My buddy cut my hair for me. Yeah, so instead of going along, say like the 52-degree slant line, take this a little more vertical. Since if we look at the S, that is the angle that our compound curves end up at. So I like doing some standalone, more vertical compound curves just to work on that transition into the horizontal oval, or shade and horizontal oval that sit on the baseline. Whoa. Okay. Hopefully that's good enough to get us warmed up. Diving in, we should probably do more warm up than that, but I want to get into it. SA. Even wrapping my head around how I'm going to do that. I can't think of a way. The first way that comes to mind would be to do something like this. Something like so. Hello, Olivia. Welcome, welcome. The tough part with that one is I have to make sure we're good here. We follow nice and parallel, but that transition needs to be a little more abrupt. So it follows parallel for a little bit longer before it makes a transition into that compound curve. Pork chops. Yummy. Jealous. I had pizza for dinner today. It was quite yummy. All right. So there's that idea. And I guess if I'm gonna go up there, I could also do nope. I mean, that works, but I don't like it. Doesn't feel good to write. Turned out kind of okay, but... What if we do... Can we do the A first? If I go to there... I mean, that kind of works. S-A, S-A... What happens if... I have a feeling like this won't look like an S if it doesn't continue. Wait, what if I... I mean, I guess that works as well, not going into that full horizontal oval. How do I feel about that? Doesn't look like an L, so that's good. Still looks like an S. Maybe that's good. Maybe I like that. Maybe I like that. Could always do a different variation of the S where we have something like... something like that works. Not a lot of people recognize that S as an S though. Sort of a weird alternative. Similar to, say, like the Michael Saul S, which doesn't necessarily work in this instant because the Michael Saul S works from the bottom to the top from a letter coming prior. And since we're starting with the S, I mean, I could make it work, I think, but it might be better in this instance to stick to our just standard variation. Curious. Can I come from here? That's very wackadoodle. But everything has... Do I like that? I can't tell. That's very weird. Maybe a little too weird. That's probably gonna be... That's gonna be my favorite way of connecting the S to a lot of letters today, I imagine. Oh, there's also... Wait, there's also... the way that some of the old penmen came out of a capital B. Now, I've never tried this before, but I saw it today. Hello, Panache. I saw it today, and I want to give it a shot. We do the regular shade. Yeah, okay, so it goes something like this. Something like that. Which, like I said, is a shade that is used on the capital B sometimes. Getting out of it. And I guess we could also, that could go into a horizontal entry oval for the A if we wanted it to, I suppose. Something like that. Gotta space out where all those lines go. But that kind of works. Never done that S before. I think I like it. Alright, let's move on to SB. As a Tolkien fan, SB stands for... Who's gonna write it in chat first? Anybody know? Waiting. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? SB in relation to Tolkien? Anybody? I'll wait. Nobody? Just crickets, huh? Nobody knows what I'm talking about. I'm gonna wait a little bit more just in case there's a crazy delay on the chat. Or there's nobody here. I don't. Olivia's here. Subway sandwich. SB stands for, in my brain, the Sackville Bagginses. The people who were trying to get Bilbo's home away from him in The Lord of the Rings. Or in The Hobbit, I guess. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be my go-to pretty much connection most of the time for the S. But let's also try... Ooh, that works too. That's pretty. I like that as an SB. That looks cool. I like it. I very much like how we have that cross happening right on the inside of that mini horizontal oval. This could also go much larger and go all the way through there. Let's try that one. I think I'm gonna like this smaller one better, but we'll never know until we try. Something like that. Yeah, I like it smaller. Food. I have to do my meal prep tomorrow, but I'm not really gonna eat any of it. I'll have dinner tomorrow, but then I'm going out of town for a few days, so my meal prep will sit in my freezer till I'm back. I want to do it tomorrow, so it's one less thing when I get back that I have to worry about. Okay, what else do we got for the B? We can do this S variation. Get a compound curve into that stem. I quite like that first one. This second one, don't really like that one. And this third one. Those are all three, I think, good, simple connections. Nothing super complicated about them. Yeah, I think that works. I wonder. What if we did the second stroke of the B backwards? This might not work. In fact, I think it will. There's like a really good chance it won't work. But if we do the S... Oh, I missed it. Shoot. I missed a line in there before that one. Whoopsies. That would make a P, I guess. How do we do that? So that has to go around here. That might be too much work, and I'm not a fan of how big this has to be underneath. Let's try that one more time. Hello, Jagruti. I feel like long time no see that we haven't seen you in a life, right? Welcome, welcome. Shoot, I messed up that beat. Well, that could almost go into a stem. Oh, that looks ugly. That idea could work, though. Had I stopped this right here and then just done a stem, maybe it would have been better. Ah, but then we don't get a shade there, which we definitely want. No, not a good idea. Nice. Well, it's nice to see you after a while. But I like those SBs that we did up there, those 3. So we'll move on to SC. Hello, Carmen. Welcome. SC. Do what I consider my standard connection for the S in this style. Something like that. Oh, hey, Brian. Sorry, your name got lost in the middle there. Welcome, welcome. Alright, what else can we do for the SC? Can try that the same progression we made for the B. Something like that would work. Don't like that combination as much. How's it going, Mom? Yep, got a haircut today. My hair was getting very long and unruly, so it was time for a trim. It had been months, I think, since I got a haircut last, which is not good. Alright, what can we do here? Can we start the C first somehow? That works, but there's too much stuff going on there. I'd like something up here too, but that would make that cross at an ill angle. Hello, Benny. Welcome. How's it going? What's everybody working on today? I know Oja Swinny said she's doing absolutely nothing. What are the rest of you up to? Wait, this might not work. In fact, it probably won't. But if I started with the C... No, it's not enough. Makes the sol S needs a little more. Yeah, it needs to come from this side, so it has that loop on the bottom before it goes up. Yeah, that won't work. Oh, hello, Lurker Lori. How's it going? Oh, yay, Benny. I'm glad you like the alphabet shirt. Thank you to anybody who's purchased a shirt in the past. There's a whole bunch of orders came in the past couple of days. The Slacker Table shirt and the alphabet shirt. They are on sale in my Etsy store. They are free shipping. Most, I think, worldwide. It's wherever Printful ships out of. So they're free shipping till the end of September. So you got, what, 10-something more days of free shipping if you want to be a part of the Slacker Table, or if you want the alphabet shirt. What am I wearing today? Slacker Table. The Canaan Sea. Yep. Okay. I really quite like this little thing coming out of that S. I like that. I'm really glad I saw that S today. I'd never seen it before. Can I get clever with the C? Nah, let's move on to the D. Capital D, SD, standing for standard definition. Do people even know what SD is or I guess SD, like an SD card? Would be another. What does SD stand for in an SD card? I don't know. Solid SSD, solid state drive. SD? Can't remember. Okay. Something like that will be a standard. There is a size guide there. They do fit on the slimmer side. Like they are proper to size, but they're a fitted tee. So like my standard is gray t-shirts that I wear pretty much every day are a small. This is also a small. It's a little bit tighter. It fits a slightly snugger. So it's a fitted to proper size. So if you want something a little looser, more comfortable, I would go one size up. But know that the sleeves, that's why I try not to go a size up, because then the sleeves get big and I like the sleeves to fit a little better. Secure Digital. Thank you very much, Ojaswini. Is the size chart weird? Alright, I didn't know that. I just copied it from Printful's page. Oh, forgot what I was doing. Okay, the problem there is what's going on here. This doesn't work as well for the capital D. This would have to go out there a little more, which would work. We just have to make sure we keep that in mind when we're doing our entry. So we give everything enough space. Oh yeah, Hody, that makes sense. That's better. That works for SD, Secure Digital. Hello, Annie. Welcome, welcome. Alright, what else do we got? We got two ideas that work. Nothing super unique yet. Can I get... I guess we can also take out that second shade. I still don't know how I feel about doing it this way, but it does work, I think. That works. I just like it to have something down here, something below. But that works. That is an SD. Sweet dreams. Okay, let's get... There's the same, I mean, we can do the same thing that we did with... Oh, leave space. if I space that out right, we'd be okay. This was a little closer in there. Felt better at that variation of the capital D. Don't love it. Could always start the S like so. And go straight from here into the D. But I'm not a huge fan of that. I quite like that one is my favorite so far. That S is becoming my favorite of all of them. If we use this other variation, do we like the way it looks? Something like that does work. This one could compound curve all the way up, I think, without stopping like I did. Since it doesn't go below the baseline anyways. Something like that, potentially. I don't know, Hody. I'd have to go on the look at the chart and then measure my own shirt. I would assume it means chest. You could also look at sizing wise what it's the Giljan 6400 is the t-shirt that it's being printed on. I think 6400. Let me confirm that. Go to my Printful app. Yeah, it's the Gildan, Gildan 64,000. 64,000 is the number, that's the shirt model. So if you look up the Gildan 6400 shirt, you might be able to find some more specific size guidelines or size guides for your country or for your sizing online. Let's move on to SE. SE standing for Special Edition. Something like that is clean and easy. Oh, I made a mistake. I did 2 compound curves. Unacceptable. Yeah, I would Google the shirt and find there's gotta be a guide for other countries out there. It's a popular shirt brand. Yep, I like that S. Every once in a while we get 2 shades crossing because I'm putting this in the wrong spot, but it's alright. Like, that's a cool SE. I like that. I'm into it. Clean the nib, take a sip of tea, and move on to F. SF, standing for San Francisco. What happened to our music? What happened? Why did the music stop? Can you guys still hear me? Yes. But the music stopped. Why did the music stop? What is happening? Here we go. We're back. Not sure what happened. I mean, Hody, I guess that works. I wear a small. I'm 5'7", about 150 pounds. I don't know if that helps. Yeah, that was weird, because Spotify was still playing. I and OBS just weren't hearing any music. It was bizarre. Unless that song just had a glitch in it. I like that SE a lot. I feel like I'm just gonna leave SE there, because that works. That's a fun little connection. Let's go to SF. SF. Okay, I have an idea here. If we do that, because that's how we often do. Oh, that can't. Can it? Cut through there? So we get 2 of those? Something like that? Do we like that? We're gonna do the opposite thing we did on this E. I'm gonna make the entry oval be the one down here, small, and then I'll finish up here. Maybe. F might get lost if we do it that way. I do like that, though. Oh no, Lori, I didn't know yours wasn't the right size. I'm sorry to hear that, Lori. So I would say the shirts fit. I mean, just in unisex, compared to, just because you mentioned H&M, it fits slightly tighter than a H&M small. This small fits slightly smaller than an H&M small. So it runs a little bit smaller than that. Just not smaller, it's just fitted. H&M tees aren't as fitted as these are. Okay, 2 good Fs so far. What else can we do here? What if I go curious? No, didn't mean to do that. I want to come through here to go there. And then if I do this, that to go all the way over top. That didn't work like I wanted though. The printers send them directly. That's why it's free shipping right now. I'm not shipping everything from Canada. Like people who order from Hong Kong, they're getting shipped out from overseas somewhere. So they get whatever Printful has printers all over the world, so it gets printed wherever is closest to your location and printed, packaged, and sent out. Yeah, they don't come directly from me. Well, that's very nice, Lori. That's good. You got yours at Iampith, right? Did you not try it on there? And tell me it was... You should have told me it was too big. Nope. That would work for an L, I feel like, because that could go here and cross over there. And that could be the F, and that would cross. It's a really wacky LF. But for the S, I don't like it for the S. Oh, I was out of smalls. Sorry, Laurie. LF, LF. What else can we do for F? No, S. SF. Here, what if we do this one? That is an ugly F, for the record. Or an ugly S, for the record. Have that there. Then there's no real space for the cross. No, I don't like that. The idea is sound, but... Got you. That does work out then, Lori. Cool. I should have had more at Iampith. I should have brought them down sooner at Iampith. Sooner in the week. Too complicated. The S gets lost if I do it that way. Don't think I like that. Too complicated isn't good. Okay. SF. Gotta get a better SF going here. Fun. Yay. Well, free shipping right now. And they'll get shipped out pretty quick. They fulfill the orders pretty quick. There is gonna be also not a bad idea to order during this free shipping time, because coming up after September, I think US orders are getting, not from me, but just an extra shipping surcharge just to handle holiday shipping and all that kind of stuff. I think everything gets a little more expensive during the holidays. Okay, SF. Think of something. Oh, we didn't try that new S with the F yet. Too high. I think I'd end up going from here and doing a compound curve up like that. Try one more of these, then move on. Something like that, two very different looks based on the similar idea. SF. Let's go to G. SG. Oh. SG. Now the G is like the S, the way it ends. How are we gonna do this? My initial thought is to try to do something like this. Ha! No, I don't like that. It felt awkward. And it looks awkward. But I might be able to do... That's a G. That's not an S. S first. Could always do that. I like when the G has something up here, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Connecting the S and the G. Unless, hold up, we didn't do this when we were doing the G. Will this work? Let's find out. Does that work? Ideally, this shade would go through here and not on that side. But that kind of works. I'm not mad at it. I do like that it gives a line over here. The whole thing almost makes a heart. But can I do that another way? Curious. Does it still look like a G if I do it this way? That's still a G, right? It's a very stylized G. But if we do that stylized G, I like the shape in here better, but we don't have a line coming down here anymore, which isn't the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, you want a little loop right there in between those ones, which could work. Let me try that one more time with the down shade there spaced out better than the first time. Maybe. It's an interesting idea. A lot of things I've never thought about before happening today. Which I guess is good. That's the whole point of this series. Booyah. Yep, I like that. That's cool. And when they don't cross, they look much better when they actually just meet at a point there. Hello, Pachi. Thank you very much. Got a bit of a trim today. My last couple of haircuts, my barber and I have been trying to leave it a little bit longer to have something to play with. But then I find I just don't really like doing my hair these days. I don't like having the... Yeah, I don't like the way my hair falls when it gets longer. So when I got my hair cut like that, it would only be like half a week or a week until it just felt too long for me. No, not too hot. Because I liked when I had, because I used to have long hair back in the day. But I don't know, I don't know if it's just my age as I'm changing. My hair is different. And it just feels like blah. It feels no good. So I just kind of default to wearing hats like all the time. So today I went in and we talked about it, and he suggested, he's like, well, because he just recently did the exact same thing. He's a bit older than I am, but he did the same thing. Wasn't liking his hair, wasn't liking like trendy styles, so he just went like super short. I didn't go quite as short as him, but it's pretty short, just so it can be just a short haircut. It's been like pretty short's been sort of my go-to for a long time. We were trying to experiment out of that world a little bit, but it didn't stick. So we're back to super short. And it feels good to have it short. Okay, I like that G. I haven't really explored any other options, just that one. There's always this one with a double loop. Oh, if I loop that through there, if I bring them closer together, this can technically cut through all of those. And then just end there, not a compound. Which would be good. Okay, so the key to getting that good. Thanks, Lori. I mean, it's been a lot of weeks since I've done a live without a hat on. So there's always a possibility that my hair was like this under my hat, but it wasn't. It was very, very long. Yesterday, or this morning, I guess, before I got it cut, was the longest it's been for quite a while. And long in a not good way, just messy around my ears, and my neck was crazy shaggy. No good. Okay, let's get these two super close together. I just did two S's. Not what I'm supposed to do. That's good. I'm glad you like it the way it is now, Rachi. Yeah, I don't know if it's because must be because I'm getting older. Who knows? My hair's not as wavy and full as it was in my youth. It's messy, but primarily because, well, nothing crosses my S's where it's supposed to. It's supposed to cross right there. This one. Let's try again. We need a cleaner S. Cleaner S. Now they're too close together. I can't win with this idea. One more try, then I'm gonna move on to the next one. Not mad at it. I don't love it, but it works. Everything has space. Sort of. It works. Not amazing. I think that has a lot more style and looks much cooler. But, cool. Let's go to SH. Stands for... that might not be the right variation to use, because we have a super round letter like the S, and then a not at all round letter like the H. Which means we might have to... Oh, unless I could do something... I don't know, I don't like that compound curve into the H. What about this one? I like that better, just because this comes from lower than it does there. It does work. But, can we do a rounded H somehow? Coming in from a indirect oval? How? Good question. How do I get going that way? Maybe I can't do that variation. I mean, I could do something like this, I guess. Oh. No, don't like that. So then the other option. Kinda, not a huge fan of that idea, but it does work. If somebody sent me something that had that on it, I wouldn't be unhappy. It looks okay. I feel like we can do better, I just don't know how yet. Not bad. This would work better, I think, if this... Well, oh no, it can't be larger because it'll interfere with that. I don't like those two so close together, but maybe it's not that bad. There's a few H's that work. Alright, capital I. This will be interesting. S. Yeah, that's... How did we get into I every other day that we've done this? I feel like every week I forget how to get into the capital I. I have to start with the I probably, but then I can't. What if I just do... I don't know if I've tried this before. What if I just do a weird... Just keep going and just do a weird compound curve, reverse S curve to start the S. Let's try it. We'll see what happens. I could hate that a lot more than I do. This looks like a amp or like a treble clef more than it does a capital S, but there's potential here. I can bring this here. If I double loop my I, then it gets me bigger, so I can come more horizontal. So maybe let's workshop this. There's maybe somewhere we can go with that idea. Maybe, maybe not. Nope, not like that. There's gotta be a way to come from here. Where that crosses in is our issue. Now, too messy. We come out of here. We start the compound curve there. This ends up being so high. I need it to be like down here. So I bring the S below the baseline, but then it's just gonna have a really tiny top loop and a really big shade. It's gonna look weird, but I'm curious. Like that does somewhat look like an IS or an SI, but this bugs me. The little loop up here. It's a variation of the S that I'm not really a fan of. Okay, if we imagine we have an S, let's just imagine here for a moment. We have an S. If I do an I, yeah, there's really, if I loop around again, that gets messy, and I can't bring this around long enough to get in here. It's not gonna work. Okay. I. Is that too weird? That starts from way down here. It's weird, but let's try it. Don't think I'm gonna like it. Also don't know if I can actually execute it right off the bat, coming from the baseline. I mean, no, I don't like it, but it could be worse. What if the AS, what if the S is here, and then this loops around? Doesn't work either. Ah! What to do with an S and an I? They're both going the wrong direction. The best thing I can think of is trying to do like a trick stroke, connecting it sneakily, like if we were to do something like this. If I can hit it, cross your fingers. We did that, and then we did this, and had that make it look like it was coming from there. And that's a cheated connection, but it is, I mean, it works. Let me try that again with the I being closer to the S and with only one loop. Might make it look a little better and more believable. I gotta keep this up and out of the way. That'll go to there. I mean, I feel like that's the best SI idea I'm gonna come up with. It's not a good, I mean, it's not a real connection though, unfortunately. And just so the two letters fit nicer together, I would likely do this instead. Why am I crossing that I so hot or so high? That should be down here. Let me actually burnish my nib real quick. Getting a few more nib snaps than I'd like to get. So let's clean it up. Oh, that one tine is like super sharp. When did that happen? I haven't sharpened this nib. It's the fresh one, or it was fresh last week. I started for last week's session with the R. Let me just see if I can smooth it out a wee bit. I don't know. That was my I need to clean my nib accent. Is this gonna be a bit better? Or am I just gonna ruin my hairline? Is the question. We'll find out. Fingers crossed. Did one extra loop there that I did not intend on doing. And they don't really match up, but that idea, it's a decent connection. Connection, not a real connection. I can't think of anything else for the S and the I. Unless I do this idea, but in a slightly different way. If I do this. You know what? I like that. I like that more than I thought I would, because it really allows this line to follow that parallel. I missed my connection here, but I ended up framing the cross. Unintentional, but it works. I like that. I didn't think I would. I'm just gonna write that one more time. Yeah, I definitely was not anticipating liking doing it that way, but I liked it. I'm into it. I like it. There's my SI. J. Since we're on this road, let's try this. Something like that. That S doesn't look quite as nice, but... What about for J? I feel like I'm gonna like the way this looks. Something like that is quite pretty. What else can we do from the S? I'm gonna thread that, but I didn't like the way that looks. Same idea as before. Just, what about... How can I go into a J from here? That doesn't look like a J. We could definitely go into a Z from there when we get there, but maybe not the J. What if we go all the way around? Maybe? Will this work? I feel like I say that a lot during these sessions. Let's try it. That would work. If I got my hairlines figured out. Let me try that again. Something like that works. This would have to be smoothed out and not lose the hairline up there. But it does work. Let me try one more time that one. I really want that one to work. I feel like it can look really cool. I run out of vertical space when I do that one. And I'm not pulling on my slant line, unfortunately. And now I didn't make the second loop on the S. Anyways, it would work. Like, that works. It's a decent idea. I like that one a lot. I'm still stoked that I did that with the I. I think that's clever, and I like it. Let's move on to K. The standard idea would be to use this one again. Like so. Nice SK. What does SK stand for? Skittles? Not really. SK. Saskatchewan. SK. This had a little more space in there. That would work. Canadian cities have super funny names. They do. I mean, Saskatchewan's not a city. Saskatchewan's a province. The city in Saskatchewan that has a funny name is funnier than Saskatchewan. It's Saskatoon. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. My parents are from Saskatchewan. But Saskatoon is a pretty silly name. It's fun to say, though. Okay. What else? What else? That works. Don't like the way that looks in there. Don't like that as much as I thought I would. Potato, potato. Potato, potato. Tomato, tomato. SK. Get into a good stem. I guess we could always have like a weird downward dagger thing, potentially. There we go. Both my mom and dad went to the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon. What was I gonna do? I just forgot what I was gonna try. What was it? I had an idea. I was gonna try something. Did it come from over there? No. What was my idea? I don't remember anymore. Oh, right. What about something like this? Lost my hairline. Yeah. Don't like that as much as I thought I was going to. I think I would like that better coming from this other S. I think I would like that better. It works. They work. I still like that one better. I like that new S. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Glad I discovered it. I saw that S in, I believe it was my handouts from the Advanced Spencerian saga. The sample itself was either Harvest's or Michael Saul's. I'm not actually sure who wrote the that official specimen in her handouts from the saga. I think it might have been Mike, but it's hard to tell. Okay. HIJKLSL. Oh, earlier I did a letter. Oh no, that was for L coming first. Never mind. SL. SL. That works. Not a huge fan of those two loops down there, but that happened with previous letters tonight too. That would probably be my go-to first connection. It doesn't flow exactly beautifully in there. That would be my go-to. It'd be nice, ideally they were closer together, and this oval would be threading that little loop. Let's try to do one like that. It ends up getting threaded. Something like that. That's how I would likely do that connection. Okay. What if we just did like a weird little compound, vertical compound curve thing? If I went here. Forgot what I was doing for a sec. Wait, that could work. Let me execute that better. Is there nobody here tonight? There's no chat at all today. I'm just talking to myself today. Chatting with myself, listening to music. That's an L. That's not what we're gonna do. Focus. It seems like it's a lurk day. Last week seemed like it was a lurky week too. Oh, nice. Prachi's practicing, that's good. Odie's doing what I should be doing when I'm not doing a late night live. Catching up on the words of the day. That kind of works, I guess. SL, SL, SL. Too many lines. Doing the L first causes messiness. Ah, that's a great way to start, Prachi. Get comfortable with the movement, get comfortable with the letters. My music puts people to sleep. That's very true. I need to find some new stream playlists. All right. I like that L, the one that we did up at the top. We're gonna move on to SM. SM. How can I make them not too far apart? I feel like it was an SM Blue who used to do his M like that coming out of his S. I think something similar to that. Don't quote me on that. Sirens outside. Why can't I get these lines parallel? Come on, Mike. Parallel up the lines. SM, something like that is relatively standard. So let's try to be not standard. What can we do that's different? Something like that works. Definitely not standard, coming out of the S that way. I like it. I do wish it takes up some space. I wish I could somehow bring this. I mean, I really like it crossing that point, so I don't think I can. But I would like the M to be a little bit closer. But if I put it any, if I make this go any closer, then this line will be at a weird angle and won't look very good. Let's go. Well, something like this. Too far apart, but I think that idea works. Darn. I like that idea. Bouncing from that up into there to get over. Works. If we add a hook onto the top of the S, we can maybe go through it. Maybe if we make it taller. Something like that also works. That's not the most wonderful angle in there, but if this was a little more like that, then that would work a little better. Yeah, that works. Now that being done, we could also I could add a little shade there to get a little tick mark as a stopping point. Potentially like this. Something like that. Another idea that works. SM. What if I try to do this one but bring this little loop around so that this little loop isn't isn't around the intersection point, but is in the middle of our entry horizontal oval. Is that gonna work? Maybe, maybe not. Let's find out. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, if this came farther here and hooked there, then we'd be in business with that idea. Let's try again. See if we can do that. Whoa! Oh, ink on the bottom of my glide sheet. Whoops. Okay. What was I saying I was gonna do? That. I brought that too low. Got lost halfway through. Let me try that again. So there's potential with that, but it requires a lot of me. I would have to definitely practice the flow of that, of writing that letter more times. But it is definitely possible. I just don't think it's something that I can knock out. There's a little bit too much that has to interact for me to be able to knock it out really good. First try. I'll try one more time though. A little bit quicker. The idea is there. It's messy looking, primarily because my S is messy looking in this one. It's potential. The idea has merit. But I quite like, there's a few M's that I like in our SM. That one's good. I like the way that one turned out. This weirdo one works. We have the traditional one that you'd see in old signatures from time to time. Let's try a couple more ideas as we go into N. As we know, M and N are virtually the same, so we're not going to repeat all the same connections again. We want to see if we can get even more creative as we go into the N, trying to think of something cool and out of the box. Can we think of something cool and out of the box? That is the question. Nothing's coming to mind right away. Well, I guess we could also do the M like so. which works. Oh, can I bring it up through there? Can I do that? Can I do that? Do I have permission? I don't know if this will work. Works. It's an ugly shade, but that worked. Okay. Very wacky letter forms, but that connection does work. It's very weird to me to make that go farther to the left than the little loop, but it's possible. Try again. Actually, I'm going to do the S with a hook on top so I can cut through it again. It's weird, there's a lot going on there. Potentially too much, but it definitely works. But maybe too much going on. Too many things crossing. Try one more time. And we'll color quits with the M and the N. I messed that up because I didn't leave myself enough space in the middle. Couldn't hit that little target. I want to try that again because I feel like that could work. One more time. So, I like that. If it could smooth itself out a little bit, I would like it more, but each letter has 2 shades, which is cool. Be nicer if these letter forms were better, but meh. I like that. That works. Moving on to S-O. Oof. S-O. That's gonna be interesting. First thing that popped in my head, I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm just gonna follow the impulse. Maybe a little too minimal to be seen as an S, but that was the first thing that popped in my head. What if we added that onto it? I think I ruined it. Made it worse. Okay, S. Oh, how do we get into a shade going that way from an S? The go-to easy way would be doing something like this. I mean, that's, yeah, that would, has a pretty decent flow to it. S-O, that way. Simple enough. Right on. Sweet dreams to you, Lori. Thanks for hanging out, as always. We'll see you next week. I will keep an eye out on the orders. And thank you again. Appreciate it. Okay, SO. What else can we do here? I mean, that's a good connection for the S and the O. We could also shade the second one. Amounts to about the same thing, but we could also do that. Heavy shade on our entry oval just to get something up in that top left corner. That's the exact same thing, just with a different S. It's a waste of time. Wanted to see what would happen if I came out of the S with our new S way. A little too messy. Yeah, not too much going on down here. I guess we could have always come up here. Right, let's try that. What if I end it without adding the second loop? I mean, I don't like where that compound curve goes, but the idea works. Try that again. Making the O a little shorter. I did the complete different thing. It's not even a little bit what I was trying to do. That looks good though. Not what I was trying to do. Sometimes your pen just wants to do its own thing. And sometimes you just gotta let it. I mean, that works. I don't know that I love it, but it works. Let's go to SP for special? Supreme? Don't know. SP. Simple SP, like so. Simple. Okay, how can we... What if we do something like this? Nope, not what I wanted to. I wanted to go here and do that. We'll do that again. It's a chill music night. Music's less sleepy this week than last week. Last week we were listening to a super ambient station that was very sleepy. Today's just the regular lo-fi chill station that we've listened to in the past. Simple SP, that works. They could be closer together, which is good to note. But that idea works. Oh, I guess we could also incorporate, since we have, if we use this variation of the S, since we have that compound, or that evenly symmetrical shade, we could potentially do this. I quite like that, actually. That's quite pretty. Let me try again to see if I can get my P on the proper slant angle. Writing really angled today for some reason. It's what happens when I'm out of practice. Spend a week doing computer work. This is what happens. That's the idea. Messed up that bottom shade, but I like that for P. Let's try to make a same idea. There's nothing new in this one, but we snazzy up the variations of the letters to make them stylized. We could get something like this. In theory. So I have to be aware that this needs to go a little bit wider so that it, not too wide that it turns the P into a B, but wider so the P has something to cross through. Again. That's the idea. SP. Oh, I was supposed to do that kind of P on this one, but that's okay. That works. I like that. SP. SQ. SQ. Initial thought is to do this. That's horrible execution. They are it's basically the same thing. It's just basically a rebranded version of the signature design class. It's just not specifically about signatures. It's just about designing and understanding the oval, which is the main driving aspect of the signature design class. But if you've taken the signature design class, they are essentially, it's the same idea. It's not anything, I don't want to false advertise it and have people think that it's something totally brand new. It's all the style or all the design elements from the signature design class. Just I haven't taught that one now in, it's been a while, in a couple years since it was taught online. So we're remounting it, but just revamping the whole thing. And since not everybody's specifically into signatures, and I would like the focus is on understanding and visualizing oval and design, we changed the name to Unlocking the Oval, since that's essentially what the class does for people. Oh, that makes the Q too small when I do that. That's not a good connection. It's a better way to get into the 2Q, I would say. I'm loving this S. I didn't discover this S before today's stream, and literally I saw it right before today's stream, I would be having a lot more trouble today. I think. Tea break. Spinning top is still going. I have some ivy leaves in water here. They're not going to propagate. They're not going to get roots or anything. They're going to eventually just shrivel up. But when they're in water, they last a lot longer. So this is just a fun bouquet of ivy leaves. Because I was trimming a bunch to propagate some of my ivy vines. And I had to pull off some leaves. So I figured instead of just chucking the leaves in the bin, I put them in a little glass of water on my desk for pretty sake. Okay, SQ. What if we go into the GQ that nobody likes but me? I mean, we can essentially do that exact same thing into that one. Something like that. I really like that. Song is very vacation on a beachy. That nib snap might have done some damage. Yep, a little bit. That should do it. Okay, I like that Q, or I like that connection. Can we get into the OQ? I mean, we can get into the OQ the same way we did all the other O's, so that's not a challenge. What's quiet today? Oh, you mean the chat? I don't know. Not everybody's into the capital S, I guess. Maybe, are you guys getting sick of this series? I mean, we have been going for, what'd I say? 19 weeks we've been doing this series. It's a lot of the same thing. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to having it done. I've wanted to finish it, so I'm glad we're doing it. I'm not sick of doing it, but I might have to take a break from it one of these weeks to do something else. Okay. We're gonna go into the O queue. We'll just do one since it's the same as all the other O's that we did. Do this. What is... That was very rough. This nib is not happy with me. Why? I thought I had it good. One tine is very sharp, which is potentially problematic. Time for non-writing? What do you mean? The Light Night Lives are not for not writing. I mean, we did the Lego one and we did the origami one. But I feel like if I take a break from this, it's still going to be writing. I'll just do potentially just a not connecting the alphabet live and just sort of play or do names or do something like that. I could do poems again or I don't know, something. But I don't know that I'll do a non-writing live. The whole point of the lives is to write. Carving, I mean, I could do carving, but a lot of pressure. I've never carved in front of people. It's stressful. A lot can go wrong when you're carving. Not in love with that SQ, but it gets the job done. No piece of paper. I'm quite baffled at how long it takes me to get through the whole alphabet every week. Way longer than I would ever anticipate it takes. SQ? I mean, that works. A little more standard S than that, I guess. SQ. Let's go to SR. Done with Q. SR could be something like that. Or if we use our new fancy S, that will make an R very easily. Trying to remember if I've seen that S anywhere in Vintage Specimens, or if this is a Michael Salt idea. I've seen this shade in, like I said in the beginning, capital B's and stuff, but I don't know that I've seen it on an S. If I've never really noticed it before. It's a cool idea. Oh, I wonder, what if I do this? I could have done this with the P as well, I guess. What if we do this? That's not a great execution of my idea, but I think I have to make that compound curve first. And then we'll go wait, oh, bugger. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? It's late for you this evening. It's a very quiet day here today. Yeah, that's the one issue with that one is we got the shades are, I mean, pretty much every time I've done it, the shades are crossing. I gotta be a little more diligent. Not due diligent, a little more diligent. Getting the spacing right for it. That's a cool idea for the SR. I guess SR also stands for senior. That's allowed, Marilyn. You're allowed to forget it's Tuesday. It's been a very chill, quiet day here today. We're having a chill, sleepy life today. That's not how you make an R. Well, I guess we can do that same thing that we did going into the P. The variation of the P that I liked was... Oh, I lost my train of thought all of a sudden. Oh, yeah. Something like that. 3 new teeth. Holy moly. Brand new. Will enjoy eating the things you couldn't eat before. What kind of things are you enjoying eating today that you couldn't have before? I like that idea too, that works. I wish my entry had stopped like there, didn't go all the way to there, but I like that idea too. Ooh, SS. We're gonna have to do this similar to how we did SG, I think. How did I do SG? I'm gonna give my sheet, and review. Did I have any good ideas for the G that I can utilize in the... Oh yeah, there was that one. Can you not have chips, Hody? Is that against the rules? People on Instagram today aren't watching the live, but they're messaging me on Instagram about... I took a selfie before we started the stream. People see my crazy setup here on top of my desk. People are always very curious about it. Which I never really realized half the time you can totally see in the reflection of my TV. I'm debating, actually here's something, in the comments below this video. So, are we live? Okay. Weird. My OBS said it disconnected for a sec. I don't know if my stream died or whatnot. If it did, hopefully we're back. Yeah. Comments in this video. What should I put on the TV? I can have something back there. Like just an image. Just a, could be a picture of an octopus. It could be, ocean waves. It could be like a screensaver. It could be anything. Let me know. What should I put on the TV? Or nothing. I can just leave the TV off like it is. But I figure there's a TV back there. I could put something on it. It's gonna be small and hardly visible, but unless I did this, then you could see it. It'd be right there. But I don't do this very often. Bah! Oh! Upside down. Sideways. This is my Zoom meeting setup. And then I go to stream setup. Sorry. I had a moment with my camera settings. Okay. What am I doing? SS. Right. Focus. So the initial way that I feel like I would do this naturally would be this. That's a G, Mike, not an S. Ah. A slideshow of my mom's Zentangle. I mean, I guess I could. It's true. Oh yeah, I could have a slideshow of pictures that are going on back there. Leather blotters and wood carvings and things like that too. I could do that for a double S. No worries, Marilyn. Thanks for stopping by. It's always appreciated. Have a good night. Sleep well. Good luck with the new teeth. Okay, SS. Okay, not a huge fan of the way that looks. Similar to the way the SG looked. Feel like they were close together, it could look good, but yeah. Let's use our new Schnazzy S and do something like this. What am I doing? I got lost. No, that's definitely not what I was going for. Oh, this nib is super scratchy all of a sudden. Whoops. I don't like it as much as I did when I did it with the G. This should essentially just go up there, but I don't like it as much as with the G. It worked better with the G. So, let's think of something else. Connecting the S, connecting the S. How the heck? Unless I use two different versions of the S, but I don't want to. I'd want them to match. Oh yeah, everything. BC is still warm, but I've heard horror stories of frost and everything back home, which is nerve-wracking. Good night, Mom. Sweet dreams. All right, SS. Let's figure this out. Can do that. That totally works, but it's boring. It's not exciting. There's gotta be a more exciting way to connect two S's. Okay. There's potential here. This flow works. 2 degrees. Oh my gosh. Winter just came out of nowhere. I feel like summer just ended. Yeah, that's Canada for you. Okay, no. This goes here. Ooh, what if we do one of those? Good. I don't know if that's gonna work. 32? Holy moly. I mean, we were there like a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago. Winter comes out of nowhere here. That would need some ironing out, but that works. They do fit like that. It's not very smooth, but that works better than I kind of thought it would. Oh gosh. Smooth yourself out. Nope. Again. This doesn't have to be quite so aggressive. I mean, there's potential there. I don't love it though. It looks weird. I'd have to practice it a whole bunch and get the flow smoother, but it's an idea. I mean, that's kind of that works sort of the best out of all of them. Yeah, you guys are still in beautiful tropical weather. I like that one the best. We're gonna leave it there, and that can work with the hook on top or without the hook on top. Both would work. One fancy S, one regular S. Done. And with the hook on the first S, I don't feel the need to have my line above the second S because there's something up there already. So that's kind of taken care of. I feel like if they were looped, I would want something in here. So that works. Check. Although I'd rather have the two S's be the same. This one, at least this part, the compound curve and the shade is the same. Just gotta get that extra shape. You could also not shade this, I suppose. Let me do that once. You could leave that extra little bit unshaded. I've been shading it every time tonight, but we don't really have to do that. Could do something like that as well too. It could just be unshaded, and it doesn't have to worry about crossing that shade. Works. Fall clothes are nice. Winter clothes are bulky. I'm not a huge fan of winter clothes. I like warm or cool weather clothes can be nice though. Summer clothes are obviously the most chill. I don't really wear shorts and stuff that often though, so. Okay, QRST. I mean, we already covered T with the F. This is every week we do the same thing. T. try some a couple STs. Couple of the go-to designs, but covered most of the crazy options we could do with the F. Oh. Come on. Nice simple ST like that. This essentially can keep crossing. I don't like the double compound curve, but I'll kind of let it slide in this instance. Put a dagger there too, just for fun. Exactly. Bulky snowman. I don't really have any great winter. I mean, I have farm winter clothes. My clothes here in Vancouver aren't super wintry. I just try to not go out too much. Okay, ST. What else can we do? What else can we do? Simple. Yeah, these are all things we did with the F. Nothing mind-blowing. Try one more and then we'll move on. Simple. That one's nice and clean. I like it. Ah, Ketchup Chris likes the cold. Clutch up, Chris. Whoops, read that wrong. You like the cold, Chris? But to you, like, how cold? Where are you from? What's cold for you? Because a lot of people tell me they like the cold until they spend winter where I grew up. And then they don't like the cold so much anymore. All right, let's go to you. Oh, we get into new shade family. You. That works. Okay, yeah, you get... New Jersey does get fairly cold, that's true. Okay. The one thing I do like about the cold versus the heat is when it gets cold, you can put on more layers to the point where you're comfortable. Unless it's like stupid cold. But in the heat, you can only take off so many layers and you're still hot. Like sleeping, if it gets cold, you can put on another blanket or wear thicker pajamas or something like that. If it's hot, you can only take off so many covers and so many clothes without air conditioner or something like that. Fozzie and Rose at the same time. Hello, Fozzie. Hello, Rose. Welcome. You caught up to something? Welcome, you guys. Really? You can't wear a bikini just walking around? That's hardcore. I mean, I wouldn't wear a bikini walking around anyways. Personally, it's not my style. I'm not a huge shorts person, so I like warm and cool weather. I like the cold, but in doses. I don't like living in the cold for a long time. It bugs me after a while. Oh, that's a V, not a U. Whoops. But I don't like that transition. But if I did this S... Okay, wait, let me try a different order of horizontal ovals for my S. You people in your murder books. That kind of works. That's my own bad for not making this oval a good shape. But, not a huge fan of that transition. What about that one we used when we did the M? We did this. Makes the U very, very tall. Which, if we do the alternate variation of the S, we can cut through the top instead. If I do this. That's pretty nice. SU? It is kind of, it is cloudy. It's true. I mean, there's kind of a heart, I guess. A little bit. You could force there to be a more distinct one for sure. Alright, I like that U. I'm going to move straight on to V because I really like that one. B is going to be, I mean, essentially the same. So we'll try to think of something else new and clever. What if we do this guy here? Nope, messed up my spacing. Where am I trying to go here? I should just leave this be a loop. Then we'll have this come around, be a little oval inside our entry oval, and go and then follow that parallel down. Yeah, that's what we'll do. There's the plan. A heart or a peach? I'm gonna say peach, because I know what you were probably trying to say there, Fuzzy. I'm keeping this stream PG. Okay, let's see if we can do this wacko idea. Oh, I cut through instead of going all the way over top. I mean, the only way this would work if I could rein in my shapes and actually get them all to follow where I want them to, which I'm not seemingly able to do today. What's the idea? Meh, not a huge fan. I liked it better in theory than I like it in practice. Or we can also use this idea that we sort of tried earlier. Which is a lot going on. There's a whole lot going on in that one, but it works. All right, can we simplify that at all? I think we... What if we do this? Simplify. Messed that up in there. Nope. Let me try that again. One more time with the SV, then we'll move on. Meh, it works, but I don't like it. There's a little bit too much going on. That kind of looks like a loopy S, though. It's supposed to be a loopy S. It's SV. Oh, you meant L. It does kind of. I don't see it as an L because I still have a line, I still have an intersection here in the middle. But I do understand how it could be seen as an L. I am wary of that. When it's open like this, I don't read this as an L as long as this comes up before it goes down. Personally. Because it would need, without that little horizontal oval, I don't see an L. But that's why I think variations like this are much better in this instance. Alright, let's go to W. Which is going to be very similar to the way we did the M. There are vintage signatures that I imagine you could find that use this type of an idea. Like that. I'm not a huge fan of doing that connection, so let's try to think of something a little more clever. What is more clever? I don't know. We can use the same cloudy thing we did for the U, which would be something like this. I don't know that I like how tall that has to go. You use a dehumidifier at home when you have to do wedding projects, Fuzzy? Or anybody who lives in a humid atmosphere? I mean, if this wasn't quite so vertical, if this was here, I would like that one a lot more. I seem to be doing a very aggressive upper turn today. Baby powder, isn't that? No, then it'll just make a paste, won't it? Like Friends. SW, that's one way to do an SW. You guys complain about the heat all you want. There is frost at my parents' house. It was 2 degrees Celsius at my parents' place today, this morning. 2 degrees! That's bananas. How can I do this better? Wow. Rain must have to be crazy hard for school to have to be canceled, I imagine. I keep doing the same thing over and over again. Not a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. Can I think of anything new for W? W. What do we got? Guess I could try this. I start this low. That can work. I actually was really considering and wanting to do the Sol S today. My issue with the Sol S today is the Sol S looks best when it's coming out of something from the left. So if we were to do like this, whoops, it comes around, then has that compound curve. So if it doesn't have that coming from the left, it just doesn't really work as good. And since it's standalone, starting it there or starting with the second letter and coming at it from the right, it just doesn't look good because you have nothing to create this shape over here. So I legitimately was wanting to use it today, but it just doesn't work when you're coming, well, when you're starting with it or when you're coming from the right. At least not for me. I don't like the way it looks that way. I tried it a couple times earlier. But yeah, it definitely needs to be to the right of some other letters. It needs to have something on its left. Unfortunately for today. I had the thought earlier today. I was like, oh, sweet. I'll be able to actually use, like, the Sol S will make connecting into some letters so much easier. Nope. I should start using the Sol S more on other letters when I'm connecting into the S. I just rarely use it, so I'm not good at doing it, but yeah, I was trying today. Couldn't do it. There's a few places where it can sort of work, but I feel like it wouldn't look enough like a recognizable S. Not like it does in his signature. It looks like a solid, you can tell it's an S. Oh yeah, because it can be, you can squish it. It doesn't require as much horizontal space as some other S's. Do I have any tea left? I do. Oh, it's very cold now. Okay. What are we on? WX. XYZ. Ooh, almost done. XYZ. SX. There's one way that works. Alright, Prachi, thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. There's also, we can do that would potentially work. Oh, that makes an H. I didn't get him close enough. Let's try that again. Can I do that? And still make it look good? Maybe I shouldn't shade that first one. Oh, whoops. Forgot what I was doing. Try again. Sort of works. My ovals are very wonky today. What are you shushing for? If that was more in the middle there, that would have worked better. I like that one. That looks good. Oh, because I did. Got you. Understood. That makes sense. Get out of here, SH. We don't got time for you. What do we else? We got some quick ideas there. Anything else that's this? So let me try this one more time with a super tall upper loop. Very cloudy. Whoop, missed. Pretend that's touching. That works. All right, SY. Use a lot of the same things we used for SU and V. Like so. Sigh. I really like that S. Fozzie doesn't, because she thinks it looks like a loopy L, but I really like it. I'm glad I found it today for the first time. In Michael Saul or Harvest's notes. I don't remember which one. Well, they were Harvest notes, but I don't know if Harvest did them or if Mike did them. I'm not sure. Nope, don't like that. That's a weird transition. Psh, normal people. I don't care about normal people. I don't think that would confuse a normal person. I feel like that still looks like an S. Like when it's standalone. Well, that was a horrible choice for an exit stroke. But I feel like it still looks like an S. It definitely looks like an S to me. My mind doesn't ever read it as an L. SY. do here? Ah, that direction change is so difficult with the S. That's a fun Y that I've been liking a lot lately. Just a really quick, nice stem shade to cut it off. Right, one more Y. If I can think of some other creative way. Can I? Maybe I can't. What if we do this? If that had a little more roundness to it, it would be better, and that could work. Let's try that again. When you start with the sol S, yeah, that's the thing. Like starting, like to start the sol S would essentially start here. Like that's the sol S if it doesn't have anything coming from the left. And I think it looks weird if it doesn't have something here coming from the left. Yeah, because you really need that. You need that type of a shape. And when you just come into it from the shade, it doesn't read as a, it looks like a pretty squiggle, but it doesn't look like an S to me. And then still, I mean, getting into the Y, I don't know. Starting down here? I could start down here, I suppose. Just do that. But then I feel like connecting from it. Like if I'm gonna have the Y here, it'd be like so. This would, I guess, yeah, I could go here, and that can go up into that, which would work. This, what I dislike is this sitting out on its own, out here outside the design. Like when we do entry strokes, they start inside the design and they loop out so that we don't have any loose, ideally we don't want loose hairlines on the outside. Like if you notice all of these, like all these hairlines are pointing in, pointing in, pointing in. They keep the focus in, whereas this starts way out here, which isn't a huge deal. It bugs my eye when I see a hairline going off out of the design instead of staying inside it. Like I could essentially do, if I was gonna do an entry for the sol S, I would want to have it be, how would I do that? Like that, I think? I would want to start it here, so it comes around. The sol S, I get worried though, because to me it ends up oftentimes looking like a pretty squiggle and not a letter, because it is just one line that never I don't know. I mean, like, they're all one line, but the Sol S, when Mike uses it, I think it looks awesome. But oftentimes when I use it, I just see a pretty squiggle. I don't see a letter. That might just be me. Oh, just when he's saying what up. I don't know if Lurker James is here. He usually would give a dab emoji if he's here. I mean, he's probably cooking or something. He wasn't here last week either. He is? How do you know? How do you know that he's here? Do you have a list of the people watching the stream? What? Lurker James has gone like, he's going full on Lurker Leon status. That's how I would use the Sol S in this scenario, but that's too close together. Lurker Leon exists. And so many people have met him now, and he's talked in here. That's not up for debate anymore. You just became psychic. Alright, let's go SZ. Finish this stream off strong with an SZ. What do we got here? Like there, even like that's an example of, I've been doing that a lot lately unintentionally because I'm used to doing usually something like this. But when there's not a word there, I don't want it to go that far to the right. Or, yeah, when there's not lowercase letters. So I've just been doing a compound curve out, and I don't like it. I think where it comes from is in the ending of my lowercase letters. I've started finishing my lowercase letters with a really quick compound curve. So I've been starting it with my capitals, or it's just been coming out habitually. But I don't like it in capitals because that hairline is just pointing out into nothingness, and I don't like that. It bugs my eye. Alright, what else can we do for the Z? What can we do for the Z? Keep that going. Let me try that again a little smoother. He's not, I feel like he's not here, or he's cooking. He could be cooking and his hands could be greasy if he is here. But he usually says hi. Objective. Finish this a little bit farther to the left. Tuck this in a little bit farther to the left. And thread that loop with the little loop of the Z. There's our goal. He's just being Leon. Okay. Something like that works. Subtly shaded. What else can we do? I can definitely use the weird S from today. Something like that would work. Don't like that as much. Whoa! It is midnight. We're not gonna live in the blacklight for very long because I'm almost done. And I gotta do a road trip tomorrow, but we'll go blacklight for a few minutes here while we play with the capital Z. Change our music to... Oh, gym time. All right, Fozzie. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you later. I'm not going to get out the blacklight ink today because I'm going to continue on this piece of paper. So we're just going to go glowy lights. Maybe the ink will work on this paper. Maybe I'll try. Oh, now you can't see anything. Maybe that's too hardcore. Maybe none of that today. Maybe we'll just leave it there. Since I'm not using black paper at the moment. But, where's my ink? I'm sad I missed the bird along with Michael Saul as well. I was not home. I was out and about that evening, and I didn't get home till super, super late, unfortunately. I texted with Mike Saul afterwards about it, saying it seemed like everybody had a good time and whatnot, and I wished I was there, but I missed it. Alright, how's this gonna glow without the paper I use for blacklight? Is it gonna be visible on here? Kind of visible. What if I do this then? Can you see that? Nope, can't see it. Okay. We won't do that. We'll leave it as is. What can we do that's clever for the Z? What if I do this? Nope. That didn't work. Ha! I gotta learn to do birds before I do birds in alive. I don't do birds. I don't know how to do any of those things. I know in theory, but I've never practiced them, and I don't want to draw them. I'd want to do them with movement. I'd want to fully throw the shades with a flourishing grip and everything. One day we'll do one for a stream. I don't know when, but one day. I gotta learn how to do them first. I don't mind looking like a fool on these streams, but I don't want to look like a complete fool. Okay, how can I... Can't think of a clever way to get into that shape. This is one where we could potentially use... I still don't know if I like it, but with the Salt S entry. that. See, that to me doesn't look like a... It looks like a O and a what wants to be a Z. That's not enough of an S for me in that instance. But, okay, think of something clever. It's gotta be a clever idea that you're not seeing. I should play this music from the beginning. That'll keep you guys awake. Nope, that's not gonna work the way I wanted. The edge of the guard sheet. That's the reflection of the I don't know, I guess just the black light off of this paper and then reflecting back off of the bottom of that piece of paper. It's like it's got like an LED strip under it. It's glowing paper. It's not, but it looks like it is. Okay, Zed. No, I gotta change direction somehow. Ooh, what about that? What if I did... No, because that's the exact same as when if I were to come straight through. That doesn't, okay. Oh, maybe that. A cove looks like cove light. I don't know what cove light is. Sorry. Woo! That worked. I think, got a little messy in there. That kind of worked. I don't really like this little guy hanging out here all by himself. But that worked. Or we could also do a tick, I guess. We did this. No, that's the same as what we were doing before when we came up from there. That's no different than what we already did. We've already done that. Rose, weren't you here? You were here last time I did birds, weren't you? I did a bird. Well, I've done birds twice. Once I foiled a bird, which worked really well. And then once I tried to flourish birds, and it was horrible. It was the worst stream ever. Maybe one day. Like I said, I will do them. I just gotta learn how to do them first. I don't like learning how to do things on the stream. It's not a good learning environment. It's a good playing environment once I know what I'm doing, but not a great learning environment. It was a long time ago though, but I have done it on stream once, and I got laughed at. Okay, what about... Whoa, ugly shade. No, that's the same issue. I tried doing that once when I was coming out of the capital I. And it just doesn't work. Okay, that doesn't work. I need an idea. No, that's too weird. Too weird. Like a hot coffee kind of day. I mean, you can always have cold coffee. It doesn't have to be hot to have, or dry to have cold coffee. You can have cold coffee any day. I can't think of anything that we haven't already tried. That's probably the best Z connection that we've had so far today. I don't use this S very often, but I would say that's probably the best one, because that gives me the direction change I need. Wait, can I not do that same thing? I mean, I guess that's kind of what I already did with the stop. That's just adding an extra little loop in the middle. I mean, that works. That's clean. It's very simple. So those work. Well, in that case, I mean, I could do that simple thing with the Y as well. Let me go back to do a Y this way. Nope, that's a Z again. That's the same thing I just did. Oops. A Y, Mike. A Y. Slow down your brain, not your hand, and do it again. That works. Tried eating lechin? Lechin? I don't know. I'm not sure. I've eaten a lot of things when I was traveling, and I don't usually know what they're called. It's a Filipino food. You'd have to ask Fozzie. If I've tried it, Fozzie would know. That S works good with those letters. I don't think I have. It doesn't sound familiar. But you never know. I think we're good with those. What if I cross this over? That also works. SZ. And SY works that way as well. That little loop is nice. Suckling pig. It sounds like something I might have actually had in Bali. I mean, I'm pretty sure I had a pig something. We went to a place that was known for it when I was in Bali. But I don't know. Alright, everybody. We made it through SA to SZ. Using primarily and a lot of a new variation of the S for me, which some might not recognize as an S, but I like it. Now looking at this little guy, adding this little loop variation that will work for like the W, because we didn't really get a good one for the W, but that would work good for the W. It would work good for the X. It would work good for obviously the U, V, and the Y. The M and the N, it would work good for those. But yeah, we made it to the black light, but not a lot of black light today. Just a little bit of black light, and nothing's really glowing in black light today. We just have some blue lights. It's blue light day. Next week, we might take a break. I might think about some things that I want to do next week, or maybe I'll continue with T. Oh, T's gonna be tough, because it's like F. It's hard to connect off of the T into things, so we'll see how that goes. Lurker James would most certainly approve of the little loops. He likes those a lot. He doesn't like when I do little hard points. He wants them all to be always little loops. So that's for you, Lurker James, if you watch this video, because I don't think you're here right now. But as always, thank you very much, everybody. Make sure that you are falling in love with the process, and don't forget that life should be just a bit of silliness, really. Good night.